Hello everyone, this is Daniel here with a unboxing video. This is actually my first pair of New Balance shoes, and it's quite a doozy. It's the second collaboration with JFG, the New Balance 990 V3 outside close. This is, like I said, the second collaboration for JFG, Joseph Robinson. His first collab was the 990 V2 No Emotions Are Emotions, which was a super hyped and super limited pair. Only about 800 pairs were made. I think they're reselling around, I don't know, like $1,500, $1,800 or so. And as you can see from this special box, the theme of this one being outside, we've got a nice cloud themed box. They flipped the made in US branding and made it made for us with the kind of the faded in American flag, kind of subtle branding there. We've got on the sides here, we've got the JFG logo for JFG. More of the made for us branding on the side. So yeah, a nice special box for this special pair. Obviously, as you can tell, this pair is inspired by nature and his summers in Chicago growing up as a kid. When he would come home, his mom would say, "Boy, you smell like outside clothes." So that is where the name is derived from. Let's take a look first just at some of the details on the box. So if we open up the lid here, we got a little saying here. I'll read it. So the grass was greener, the concrete wasn't my friend some days, the mudded personality, the skies was opportunity. So just a little quip there from JFG himself. So let's go ahead and open this sucker up. All right, so let's go ahead into the unboxing. Let's see what we have here. And there it is, the 990 V3 outside close. So let's take a closer look. What a beauty of a shoe we have here. That out of the way, you can see some of the details in the shoe. Very nice. So we got a lot of small details here. We've got the different shades of brown here. I would say this is like sand inspired, and then we've got kind of dirt inspired, and then on the outsole we've got a third kind of darker brown, which kind of reminds me of mud. So a nice like mix there. We've got the mesh here in the blue, which you can interpret as the sky or sea, water, whichever. And then this brown here is actually 3M material, so a nice reflective material when the light hits it the right way. And with most New Balances, you have the N on the side, which is 3M as well, nice and reflective. I love the way that the N pops on these. That was one of the first things I noticed about this pair, was the sky blue N next to the brown. Just really looks nice. You've got the kind of, it almost reminds me of a waffle cone. I know other 990 V3s have this kind of waffle cone pattern on the tongue. But it just works even better with the brown, just reminding me of like a waffle cone ice cream. You've got the New Balance USA in a green, nice light green color, reminds you of grass. We got more green accents here on the back. We've got some more rubber here. We've got a nice stitching on the heel. It says outside, and the other pair says close. On the insole here, can't quite see it. You kind of see it here in the light, but it says JFG XNB with kind of a sky cloud pattern. JFG for NB outside close. If we look Look here on the outsole, we've got more green detailing here, kind of reminding you of grass, with some blue, more blue accents here on the outsole. Very nice details. I will have a disclaimer here. This isn't an original unboxing. I have worn these pair a couple of times, so if you notice any sort of small marks or defects, it's because I've worn this pair a couple times. But I will say that the construction on this pair is just fantastic. Me being new to New Balance, I haven't really had a ton of experience with them or having them on feet or looking at them in person, but the construction on this pair is just fantastic. Just so many awesome details in this pair here. So yeah, let's take a look at just a couple more small details and get out the other shoe. So yeah, there's the other shoe. You could see on the back, we got the clothes had outside on the other pair, clothes on the other. And we got a few lace options. One thing I really like about this New Balance pair, and I'm assuming that's the same way with most New Balances, is the kind of fat, like flat laces that you get. I really like those. You get plenty of lace options here. You've got a nice green to go with the green accents. You have the blue to kind of go with the blue mesh on the front. And then you've got this really cool brown speckle pattern, brown with kind of black speckles on it, which is a really cool like option to have to kind of make it stand out. So plenty of lace options to use. A couple things that were on there that I took off. The main one being that when you get the pair initially, you get the JFG tag that has New Balance on the back. So that's pretty cool. If you want to keep them dead stock, this would be attached to the shoe. Yeah, and then the inside of the box is green on the inside, which is cool, to kind of go with the sky blue. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Have the pair right here. Beautiful, beautiful pair. First, my introduction into New Balance, I would say, is a successful one. So anyway, I'll have some on foot footage and we'll kind of go over more details of how they feel on feet and just my overall thoughts of the pair. All right. Thanks, everybody. So the Joe Freshgoods New Balance 990 V3 outside close is the first New Balance I've ever worn. Overall, I would say what a surprise, but being the dad shoe that it is, comfort is at a premium. The 990 V3 is a very comfortable shoe, in my opinion. They are lighter weight than I expected considering the size of the shoe, but it isn't the most lightweight shoe that I've ever worn. They feel kind of wide on the foot, especially in the outsole. Due to kind of its chunky outsole, it feels a little wider, which can feel a little awkward at first if you're like me and you're used to outsoles that kind of go straight down like a Dunk or another skate shoe or a Vans or something like that. But overall, very comfortable. I would say that the foot in the shoe, your foot kind of angles forward slightly. Your heel is a little higher than normal in your average sneaker, especially like a skate shoe like a Dunk where your foot is pretty flat. But overall, very comfortable. I love the mix of materials in the shoe, including some very high quality suedes, little touches of leather. You have the blue mesh and the 3M materials. Overall, the construction of the shoe is excellent. High quality materials, very few, if any, manufacturing errors in the model. I love the colorway, the way that the browns blend together, the different browns with the earthy elements. The blue really pops, especially in the N, and the green accents are just like that perfect extra touch that kind of brings it all together. Overall, I think the inspiration is very tasteful and not obvious. that it's like about the earth like it can be, but if you just looked at it, you would think it was just a very nice shoe. I think it does a great job of kind of bridging the gap between something pretty bright and wild like Salehi Benbury's collaborations, like the Water Be the Guide or the desert one, the orange one, and something more like subdued like the Bodega 990 V3 that came out earlier this year. That's more of like a darker green. So kind of get the best of both worlds. You get the more earthy tones, but you also get a pop of bright color. So it can really go with a lot of different outfits. One detail that I really liked was the bigger flat laces. This was something that I'm not used to coming from mostly dunks or skate shoes. You get kind of either very thin laces or you get like kind of the fat SB laces that are kind of, I don't know, they're kind of thick. But these laces have kind of they have more personality to them. They are wider and kind of flop down. They're longer. And I kind of like that with the look of this model. The nature aspect of the shoe kind of goes with New Balance's push to be less focused on being a street brand and more outdoor focused, including previous models like Salehi Benbury's 2002 R Water Be the Guide, and also his upcoming collab, the 574 Yurt with the whistle thing on the back. But both of those are pushing the outdoors and hiking aspect of the shoe, and I would say this shoe does a good job of kind of falling in line with that. And overall, I would say that the Jove Fresh Goods New Balance 990 V3 outside close is a fantastic introduction into the New Balance world. If you're looking into it, it's not insanely pricey on the resale market, hovering at around $350 to $400 last I checked, depending on your size. If you want something kind of more out there than your just average gray New Balance, I would say it's a good place to start. That was Daniel with a unboxing and review. I hope you guys have a good one.